and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down, Prescott. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3. After the sack on first down, Prescott, he finds his target. It's Schultz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Here as he's taken down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down and goal. Darnold on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And some space here. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that went
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brings them 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Now Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Prescott on first down.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
By anyone's measure, CeeDee Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Buying time to his left.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Prescott.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the...
And Darnold, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Darnold to throw again. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. The play fake, and it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Prescott now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take...
And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Being chased out left. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. On second and a long way to go. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turf. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Darnold completes it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Dancing to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11 now.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Buying time to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 27. Run. Kill. Check Mike 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, kill! 47! 42's mark, we want this.
Here's Prescott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Final score now from Atlanta. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Shifts by him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And Darnold wants to throw the football. That'll be caught by Anderson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.